Hi everyone, in this video what we will see is we will solve at least one or two problems to find out what is the zero of a polynomial. Let's quickly solve one problem. Let's say what we want to do is find the zero of the polynomial 2x minus 3 equal to 0. I'm sorry, 2x minus 3, that's enough. Okay, fine. So what is the solution? Very simple. Let's take p of x equal to 2x minus 3. Now we already know that to find the p0 of the polynomial, we have to make this p of x equal to 0, so that we will identify who is the person who is making this p of x equal to 0. That means 2x minus 3 is equal to 0, and that will imply 2x equal to, I can push this minus 3 to this side, therefore this is 3, and further this will give you x equal to 3 by 2. Note down very carefully wherever I have put the equal to and other steps and all. Remember, all this equal to are actually coming right away in the same straight line as far as possible, and that is very important. That gives an easy way to correct the teachers. So make it easy for the teachers and you get the good marks. That's the idea usually. So x equal to 3 by 2. So remember, what does it mean? It means that if I substitute x equal to 3 by 2 at this place, what will happen? 2 times 3 by 2 minus 3 will be equal to, remember I can get cancel this, that will give you 3 minus 3, that will give you 0. So that means what happens here is 3 by 2 is a 0 of the polynomial. So we found it just by substituting p of x equal to 0, and hence we found that. Okay, fine. So that is the way to find out the 0 of a linear polynomial. Okay, fine. Now as an exercise problem, you can solve one more problem. Obviously, let's write find the, let me scroll it up, 0 of 4x minus 5 or 4x plus 5. So let's keep that as a homework. Go ahead and solve this. Now let me also find out the zero of the polynomial for something else as well. Let's write one more problem. Find the 0 of the polynomial 2x square minus 8x plus 6. How do I find the zeros of these polynomials? Remember, in the previous section, I have given a formula to find the zero of a polynomial in the quadratic equation, right? What was the formula? The formula says x equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. That was the formula. Now, the way we think about it, first of all, this equation works for a polynomial called ax square plus bx plus c. Now, what is the polynomial that I have? I have this polynomial, right? So, how do I actually find out that? Sorry for that. Now, all that I wanted was, I wanted to find out this polynomial and who is a, who is b, who is c, correct? So, who is a in this portion? I know that the x square coefficient is a, and over here x square coefficient is 2. So this is my a, and similarly x coefficient is b, and that means here also x coefficient is minus 8. So that is b. And what about c? C is the constant term, and that is c here. Okay, fine. So let's substitute this. So we know that a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 8, c is equal to 6. So we can now compute the x values, meaning the 0 value or the zeros, is by simply writing x equal to minus of, remember, minus b, correct? So minus of minus 8 plus or minus, now square root. So let's write the square root, and then b square, which is minus 8 whole square minus 4, which is 4, into a, which is 2, into c, which is 6, and divided by 2 into a. So that is 2 into a is 2. Hopefully that makes sense. Now let's compute it. So this is simply equal to minus of minus 8 is plus 8, plus or minus square root of, you know what is 8 square? Remember, minus 8 into minus 8, minus into minus plus, and 8 8s are 64. So minus 8 whole square is 64. And now here, what is the answer here? 4 2s are 8, and then 8 times 6. So 8 6 are 48. So that means minus 48 divided by 2 2s are 4. That's good. And therefore now this is equal to further 8 plus or minus square root of 64 minus 48. What is that? Let's subtract that. 64, 48. And that gives you 14. And that means this is 6 and this is 5 and therefore 1. Correct? So therefore square root of 16 divided by 4. What else? Therefore now this is further equal to 8 plus or minus, what is square root of 16? That is 4. So divided by 4. So this means this is equal to, now we have the series. What is that? Now we have actually reached a small number, one number here. Therefore now we can actually find out what is 8 plus or minus 4 divided by 4. Then in other words, first of all, we need to look at 8 plus 4 divided by 4, comma 8 minus 4 divided by 4. That's what this plus or minus means. Hopefully you understand this. You take one plus and the other one minus, and hence you compute both of them. That's the idea. So how do I find out the value now? So this is further equal to 8 plus 4 is 12. So 12 by 4. 8 minus 4 is 4. So 4 by 4. And that further gives you, I can cancel it out. 1 4s are 4. 3 4s are 12. So 3. 1 4s are 4. 1 4s are 4. So 1. That's the idea. That means what we have found here is the zeros of what was the polynomial we had? 2x square minus 8x plus 6, correct? So the zeros of 2x square minus 8x plus 6 are 3 and 1. Okay, fine. All right. I hope that helps to find out the zero of the polynomial using formula. Remember, all the time we don't have to really use the polynomials formula to find out the zeros, because you see that there's how many steps it takes. There's a lot of text it takes. What we can do is we can use a small shortened way of finding the zero of the polynomial. For that, what we have to do is we have to identify something called the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients of that. Now, if you clearly notice what's happening here is, you see here what happens. Now, I can actually bring it out the relationship right away here. Now, you know, what we can also do here is, anyway, actually, I will discuss this in the next class. I'm not going to discuss it right away. But all that I'm trying to say is, there is an easy way to find out. There is an, first of all, this itself is easy, but there is an easier way to find out. Shall I say that? Easier way to find out. And that's what we will discuss in the next class. We are going to call that as a splitting the middle term method, and that is going to be easier. I'm going to teach you in little more easier way to find out in the old way, and I will see you in the next lesson.